ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
Crash in Aroostook County has left 2 people in critical condition. We'll have the details coming up. Good afternoon. I'm Susan Farley. The Maine legislature is considering a bill that would increase the penalty for those who get caught for texting and driving. And a coalition rallied in support of expanding the state's paid family medical and family leave program. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Wednesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. So here we go. We do have a small crowd advisories in effect until 1 a.m. for your Thursday, with a system moving through the ocean will be stirred up, and we have some gusty winds as a result of that as well. We had some snow that moved through last night into parts of this morning, and now things are starting to calm down. Here's the latest loop right here. That snow finally starting to get out of here. There's a little bit more off for the north and west. We will not have to worry about that at all. We will see a lot of sunshine for us today, and we're going to keep things relatively clear later on tonight as well. But overall, we're looking pretty good at this point. The last of the action moving away from us now, and we'll remain relatively calm moving forward. Futurecast for today, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds if you're lucky, but overall, we'll be mostly clear later on tonight before more clouds move in as we head towards later into the day for your Thursday. So a little bit of wind as well, mainly out of the northwest at around 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. But notice that starts to back off, especially as we head towards Thursday afternoon. Your forecast for today, 40 degrees. That'll feel nice. Partly cloudy, mild and breezy. Northwest wind at about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 15 degrees, mostly clear and breezy. Northwest wind at about 20 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. A lot of sunshine, a few passing clouds. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. 2 people are in critical condition following a bad crash in the town of Wallagrass. State police say it was just before 4 Tuesday afternoon when 18-year-old Angel Bubar of Washington was attempting to pull onto the Sly Brook Road from a private roadway. He ended up pulling directly into the path of a pickup truck driven by 21-year-old C.J. Rochella of Fort Kent. Rochella was unable to avoid the vehicle, and the 2 vehicles collided. Bubar and his 15-year-old female passenger were both seriously injured. They were eventually airlifted to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. They remain in critical but stable condition. Rochella was treated for minor injuries and released. The investigation into the crash is ongoing. A deadly train crash in Biddeford left 1 person dead. Officials say a 27-year-old woman somehow ended up in the path of the Amtrak train early Tuesday morning. Johnny Maffey reports.
An Amtrak train stopped here on Main Street in Biddeford this morning, blocking the road for hours after what Amtrak describes as a trespasser incident.
Biddeford police say a train hit and killed a 27-year-old woman just before 6. It was Amtrak Downeaster Train 680, heading towards Boston, carrying around 30 passengers. A neighbor says some passengers were moved to a bus around 7 back to Saco. According to Amtrak and a passenger who messaged me, the rest remained on board until authorities cleared the scene, then continued on to Wells Station to hop on later trains. Neighbors heard the commotion.
I heard the train stop around 5 a.m. and looked out the window and was hoping that it wasn't another person who had been hit. I flew really bad because it happened right here, and I saw the lights come on the train, and I knew that there was probably going to be evacuating them for some reason. I feel bad for the commuter people, too, that had to be on the train when that happened.
Main Street reopened by 10 a.m. Amtrak and CSX, who owns the railroad, assisted Biddeford police in the investigation, which is ongoing.
2 people lost their home and their dog in a house fire in Lowell Monday afternoon. Multiple fire departments responded to 693 Webb Cove Drive around 5:30. Howland Fire Captain Eric St. Cyr says firefighters arrived to find the log cabin home fully engulfed in flames. 1 person suffered minor burns, but both occupants were able to escape. Their dog was not able to make it out of the home. Captain St. Cyr says they believe the fire started in the kitchen. He says one of the occupants was cooking, then left the kitchen briefly and returned to find the room in flames. There was a heartfelt send-off for a group from Bangor's Army National Guard as they headed out for a year on deployment. David Ledford has their story.
Tuesday morning, 36 Maine soldiers from the 3rd Battalion, 142nd Aviation Regiment were sent overseas to provide air support to Operation Inherent Resolve and Operation Spartan Shield in the Middle East. At their send-off ceremony, letters from Senators Angus King and Susan Collins were read to the group to demonstrate support from the state.
You have trained with the utmost dedication, you have the skills to carry out your mission, and you have exceptional leadership. You have the highest ideals of America and of America's armed forces in your hearts.
According to Maine Army National Guard officials, the last Army aviation unit to deploy from Maine was in 2018, when Company G, 3rd Battalion, 126th Aviation Regiment, was sent to support operations in Afghanistan. Warrant Officer Thomas Hayden, who says he is not deployed in over a decade, shared his thoughts on the important things to remember when duty calls.
Family it doesn't apply to location, so we're still a family even if I'm over there.
Family means that nobody gets left behind.
Members of the 3142 and their families say they agree with the sentiment and shared their feelings about the deployment.
It's just kind of overwhelming, heavy, but also definitely a lot of pride. We're very proud of all of them and what they do.
It's an honor, yeah. A lot of people don't get to do this, so it's a privilege. The opportunity to deploy, I guess, is just kind of the ultimate achievement.
Thank you to everyone else going, and thank you all for your service. And we'll be waiting back for you when you get home.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Maine legislature is considering a bill that would increase the penalty for those who get pulled over for texting and driving. Our Matthew Jaroncic has this story.
Since Maine's hands-free law took effect in 2019, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has reported more than 3,000 violations. In an effort to cut down on distracted driving, the Maine legislature is looking to up the cost for offenders.
A lot of people don't understand that, I'm at a stoplight, I'm at a stop sign, I can be on my phone. No, you cannot. You cannot be on your phone just because you're stopped in traffic. It's still distracted driving.
Democratic Representative Paige Ziegler became a sponsor of the bill after a volunteer firefighter told him an increase in fines would reduce crashes. Should it pass, those who get pulled over for distracted driving will have to pay $500 for a first offense and $1,000 for a second offense. Under current law, the first offense results in an $85 fee and the second is $325. Some Mainers agree that the bill would be effective.
It's a significant problem, and it doesn't seem like the current fine is much of a restriction on people's habits.
Others don't think it'll make much of a difference.
I don't think it's in a dollar amount of a fine that would inhibit or prohibit people from driving distracted. They already do it. And the worst thing possible that could happen is that you injure or kill somebody.
Those we spoke to all agreed distracted driving is a problem.
People will lose their lives with people texting and driving. There's so many stories out there of people texting and driving and running into somebody or killing somebody.
In Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Senate Republicans are addressing the possibility of reforming existing welfare guidelines. Proposed goals include residency and work requirements in the hopes of promoting the transition back to independence. Republicans are pushing to limit the duration of benefits on a case-by-case basis rather than what Senator Eric Brakey calls a one-size-fits-all approach.
The whole concept is to get people back to work and not keep them dependent on a system that has really failed them in that effort.
Legislators say they are also hoping to increase child care resources to help parents get back to work. Employers, workers, and Maine lawmakers rallied in support of expanding the state's paid family and medical leave program. A.J. Douglas heard from advocates about how broadening the program could benefit Mainers from all walks of life.
I think it really is one of the most transformational policies that we can do for all Mainers.
The Maine Paid Family Leave Coalition is committed to developing a paid family and medical leave benefit program. On Tuesday, members discussed the limitations surrounding the existing paid family leave criteria. Currently, Maine's paid family leave insurance benefit requires an employee to contribute to the program through their earnings for a set time frame, resulting in many Mainers failing to qualify for the paid benefit.
I'd like to take a few moments to share with you the unquestionable importance of Maine's 181,000 unpaid family caregivers.
Both employees and small business employers addressed the need for the insurance benefit so more essential workers would qualify for paid leave. AmericanProgress.org reports only 20% of U.S. private sector workers have access to paid family leave through an employer.
Frontline workers and care workers, from grocery store workers to healthcare providers whose essential work supports us all to thrive.
The committee's report proposes that the funding for the program would be split between employers and employees, with a 25% employer, 75% employee split, or a 50-50 split option. Wage replacement is recommended to range between 80 to 90%.
As a small employer, this is something I'm very cognizant of the cost of the program, but I've also seen the hard aspect of recruiting staff. Any employer right now, if you talk to them, it is a very hard hiring economy.
The new paid family leave program would cover birth, care of a loved one, and recovery from personal illness and injury. The Maine Paid Leave Coalition continues to work to develop a statewide paid leave program as they collect signatures for a referendum question that would be on the ballot in 2023. In Augusta, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, we'll take you to ice breaking on the Penobscot River. We'll be right back.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Comfort Shoes and More, Maine Collision Center, The Farmer's Table, Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store, and Urban Air Adventures.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit, any new truck. Our full service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. These companies have big insurance policies, and if you're hurt by one of these big boys, I'll fight to make them pay up for you. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Although some Mainers are excited about the ice that was brought by last week's cold snap, there are a few people who are making sure it doesn't overstay its welcome. Devin Dagnall explains.
On Tuesday, the U.S. Coast Guard used 3 60-foot tugboats and the 140-foot Thunder Bay to break up ice along the Penobscot River. Every year during the winter months, the Coast Guard sends ships from Bucksport to Bangor and back to break up ice and make way for commerce on the river and to avoid flooding. The warmer weather this season has kept the ice and ships at bay, but the most recent cold snap quickly changed that.
So for the ice thickness today, we're looking about 8 to 12 inches of ice. A few places we're jamming up and seeing over a foot of ice, which is pretty significant for how quickly that formed. We were ice-free last week, and seeing 8 inches form in a single weekend is pretty crazy.
Lieutenant Dan Jones of the U.S. Coast Guard says although ice breaking looks like hard work, it's more enjoyable than it seems.
Oh, it's super fun. Yeah, we live for this. This is our Super Bowl. Everyone else will be watching it. We'll be doing it here.
To keep things interesting on the trip, all of the boats have a friendly competition to cut the most ice. But, according to Jones, it's all a little one-sided.
They tried their best, but they've only got about 400 horsepower and under 100 tons, so they can do what they want to do, but at 660 tons and 2,500 horsepower, it's a bit of a one-pony show.
Jones says despite the warmer temperatures that are expected, the Coast Guard will make the same trip every other week until the end of winter. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Construction projects are slated for some of Acadia National Park's busiest roads. The Cadillac Mountain Road will be closed for construction between February 28th and May 10th because of Maine's winter climate. It might not be possible for the repaving and culvert replacement to be fully completed by mid-May. There is a possibility of temporary road closures as the project is finished. Other sections of the Park Loop Road may experience single-lane closures throughout the early spring. The National Park Service says to expect traffic delays and plan your visits accordingly. The Orono Land Trust is finding new ways to attract visitors to their neck of the woods. Since last fall, the group has been using trail cameras to monitor a wide variety of local wildlife. Now they're using the pictures to both encourage people to get out in nature and to demonstrate a need to protect Maine's animals. The group's newsletter shows what animals they have caught on the cameras. While the trust is known for offering over 4,000 acres of public trails and land for Mainers to use, President Adam Toothaker says the group is now making an effort to show their focus on conservation.
I really think for mental health, for physical health, humans need areas like this, but also on top of it, the habitat is unbelievably important. You know, you could wipe all the humans out, everybody would do fine, but if you wipe bees out, we're done.
On February 26th, the Trust is opening a new Caribou Bog Outdoor Center in Orono and will hold a fundraiser at the Orono Brewing Company to support their conservation efforts. After the break, we'll take a look at things to help with dry, cracked, itchy skin that comes with winter. We'll return in just a moment.
Welcome to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine. We're a local family business since 1949. We carry over 600 different types of hand knitting yarns from Maine and all over the world. And yes, we love Barocco. Beginner or a pro, you will find all the right tools and inspiration at the Yard Goods Center. We offer knitting classes Monday through Saturday. Come to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine and become part of our family and our happy place.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Booth Electric and United Energy, Coffee Break Cafe, JC's Variety, Leo & Sons Auto Repair, McCusick Petroleum Company, and Prouty Auto Body.
This week on Wheel, all aboard!
Ride the train.
For one wild ride.
What was that?
Oh, plus, will Octavia's antics spell victory?
What?
Yes!
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
The Husson University Eagles take on the Maine Maritime Academy Mariners in a basketball doubleheader this Saturday, starting at 1 on ABC 7.
President Biden praised the American story of progress and resilience as he delivered his second State of the Union address last night. He urged the politically divided Congress to work with him to finish off the job on a host of issues, including a call for a ban on assault weapons, abortion rights, funding for Ukraine, policing and immigration reform, as well as to his effort to cool inflation. He urged Republicans to join him to finish the job. His speech sparked some tense moments in the chamber, with several outbursts from Republicans on issues like Medicare and Social Security. We turn to dramatic images of rescues in the rubble after the historic earthquake on the Turkey-Syria border. The death toll overnight approaching 11,000 people. Tens of thousands more are still feared trapped. American rescue and search teams are arriving in Turkey to join around-the-clock search for earthquake survivors in the bitter cold. New video shows teams racing to save people buried in the rubble of a market. More than 70 countries and 14 international organizations have now offered aid to Turkey. Concern is growing that Syria, ravaged by years of civil war, is getting far less help due in part to economic sanctions and political conflict. An estimated 23 million people have been affected by Monday's earthquake. The winter season brings with it cold and dry air that can be tough on the skin. Experts have tips and tricks on how to make the winter easier on your skin. With more, here's ABC's Faith Abube.
As temperatures and humidity levels drop in winter, according to experts from the University of Michigan, our skin becomes drier. And this can be especially difficult for people with eczema and other skin conditions. But dermatologists say there are ways to prevent your skin from becoming dry. First, you can apply moisturizer to your face and body daily. The best time is after taking a shower. Dermatologists at Brigham Health explain that the thicker the cream, the better. Look for helpful ingredients on the bottle, like urea and ceramides. And when you shower, try to make it shorter and avoid long, hot baths. Very hot water can dry out your skin. Dermatologists also recommend body soaps that are easy on the skin. Look for the word gentle on the label. When washing your clothes, use a sensitive skin detergent. And at home, try to use a humidifier. It not only can help reduce dryness in your skin, but also your eyes and nose. And of course, don't forget that even in the winter, you must protect your skin against the sun. Make sure you apply sunscreen daily. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
A deadly citrus disease is starting to wreak havoc in parts of California. Citrus greening is one of the most destructive citrus tree diseases. Once a tree is infected, there is no cure. It targets fruits like oranges, limes, grapefruits, and lemons. California recently beat Florida in orange production for the first time. The Sunshine State is facing its own citrus greening crisis that has reduced the supply and increased orange juice prices. California leaders and researchers are alerting residents about the disease and trying to take action fast to prevent a citrus crisis in their state. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
When the Coach House restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
C&K Variety, Door Construction LLC, Herman Meadow Golf Club, Leonard Heavy Rescue, Maine Collision Center, and the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate.
Spend an evening with James Taylor and his all-star band. The American icon is back on tour, June 27th at Maine Savings Amphitheater. The multiple Grammy Award-winning James Taylor and a night full of his biggest hits.
Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
Spend the night with a friend, James Taylor.
When it comes to your mental health, using your unique touches in your home may help keep you more emotionally happy. A home survey by IKEA says decorating your home to reflect your own personality may help keep you more mentally healthy. 37,000 people in 37 different countries responded to the survey. Those who think their homes represent their individuality were 1.5 times more likely to enjoy their homes. Respondents who linked their own home design more often said that what they owned was more important than where they lived. Well, I have dogs and cats. My decor is, well, it always seems to be, no matter how often I vacuum, it still needs to get done. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs and see what we can expect. Devin?
Already a small craft advisory is in effect until 1 a.m. Thursday. Even though the system has since moved through, the ocean is getting stirred up, which is causing some higher surf, and that's why this is in effect until 1 a.m. for your Thursday. We're looking good at this point. We have snow moving away from us now. Maybe a little bit more action out for the north and west. A mixture of clouds and sunshine will be the general idea, but it'll be a beautiful day out there with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. We'll be watching the system moving in from the south and west, located right about in here. It'll be moving to the north and east later on by Thursday, and that'll give us the opportunity for some more snow that could switch over to rain, so a little bit of a windshield mix that we'll need to keep an eye on. Futurecast for today, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds. Will be relatively clear later on tonight with maybe a few clouds further off towards the north. Starting off with sunshine for the day for your Thursday, but clouds will begin to move in throughout the afternoon, but then by Thursday night, by about 6 p.m. or so, the snow moves in, switches over to rain by early Friday morning as temperatures will be rising after midnight as well, and that precipitation will end by Friday afternoon. Here's the general timeline. So it starts out as snow by about 6 p.m. or so, switches over to rain by midnight or so also, and then we'll keep the rain showers going on and off by Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, a lot of this tapers off and even some peaks of sunshine, so things will start to calm down as we head towards Friday afternoon and beyond. So anyway, though, the snow accumulations, nothing too much at this point, maybe an inch or less across the Bangor area and areas to the south, a little bit more further off towards the north, around 3 to 4 inches of snow cannot be ruled out there either. We'll keep an eye on that. As it does develop, some locally higher amounts cannot be ruled out either. Excuse me. Moving forward, though, we're going to be watching for other areas that can see up to a ½ an inch of rain before we're all finished up. This also counts as snowfall, so this is all the water that is involved with this, so maybe up to a ½ an inch of water before we're all finished up. In general, wave heights are active. That's why that small craft advisory is in effect. 6 to 8 foot wave heights being noted right now, also being noted with 8 foot wave heights further down towards the south and east. Forecast for today, 40 degrees, partly cloudy, mild and breezy. Northwest wind at about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 15 degrees, cooling off a bit, mostly clear and breezy. Northwest wind at about 20 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, 38 degrees, mostly cloudy, with a light westerly breeze at about 5 miles per hour. In your extended forecast, so here we go. Some morning rain showers Friday from that system that's passing through, a windshield mix switching over to rain Thursday night. Morning rain showers for your Friday. Look at this, 50 degrees for Friday. That will feel amazing. The mid-30s Saturday with a partly cloudy sky, and upper 30s again for your Sunday, also with a partly cloudy sky.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Now enjoy this weather.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Alpenglow Adventure Sports, Jackson Automotive Incorporated, Rose Bicycle, Silver Fox Automotive, The Family Dog, and The Local.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.